Hi, Sagittarius. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. Let's see what's coming, what's next in love, or about any relationships you're in. Welcome to anybody that's new. Welcome back to all of my followers. So appreciative of you. Let's call in our spirit guide. Spirit, I'm so grateful. Could you please guide my Sagittarius with any messages of love that you have for them today? I am listening for you now. Integrity. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. Your integrity is most important. Respect. Maybe you feel like, you know what, I just want to be treated with respect and honor, and my integrity is always like most important. So keep your head held high. Absolutely. You deserve to be, treated with respect. So maybe that's been going on around you, something like that. Let's get these guys. Let's see. Self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. So keep loving yourself. That's so important. And then I have harmony. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. So you want to feel, it balanced, right? I mean, who wants to be in a relationship with ups and downs, right? Nobody wants to be that. We want to be in a relationship where we feel like we're respected, we're honored, we respect ourselves, we respect what we're doing. The person we're with loves and respects us, so that brings us balance. That brings us, certainly loving, just saying to ourselves, I love myself first, right? I love myself first. Spirit, what do you have for us today? I have the moon. I have the star. Queen of Swords. And a Nine of Cups. Okay. I guess I'm overcoming something is the first thing I want to address. I feel like I have had to work through some things. I've had to, I don't know, and I look at the moon and I see this path going off into infinity. It's just this sense of it's been a long journey. And some of you are like, you know what? I know who I am because of that journey. I know what I want because of that journey. And others of you are like, I just feel like I'm still struggling with that path. But I think you're much stronger than you think you are. And I want you to focus on that. I want you to focus on almost the sense of what if, okay? What if Spirit has for you this beautiful sense of, they're showing me harmony again, but Nine of Cups is a sense of harmony. Nine of Cups would be a sense of balance, and I have almost everything emotionally in my life that I need. And then that star comes in of, I want to just be at peace with myself. I want to be in a loving, caring relationship. I want the person that I love to love me as much as it's mutual. And I feel like this is almost a promise. I mean, I feel like Spirit saying, I'm promising you a dream come true, okay? I'm promising you that there is a day that we no longer have to worry about this kind of path and, where am I headed and what's supposed to happen next. And we really just fall into, I know that I'm happy and I know that my dreams are coming true. So I just feel like Spirit's trying to make you a promise today. For those of you that are just patiently waiting or struggling in a new relationship or wondering, what's supposed to happen next. Let's see where we're headed. I'm a Nine of Wands. Okay. Nine of Wands, Four Cups. Yeah, a little bit of a standstill, right? A little bit of a, I'm not sure what's going to happen next. And a Ten of Pentacles. So they want you to ultimately be happy. That's interesting because you feel like you're a little bit at a standstill with somebody. Maybe it's in an impasse, or maybe you're feeling like it isn't moving forward as quickly as it should. It's a little bit of, I'm just kind of awaiting. They're calling it a waiting game. All right. That's interesting because, how long are you going to wait? Are you waiting for somebody in particular because they're the best thing that's ever happened to you? And you think they're worth the wait, or are you just being patient and trusting the universe that if this is what spirit wants for you, this is, it's meant to be. Let's see. I have a 6 of Wands, so it's going to move forward. King of Wands and a 6 of Cups. This is going to move forward. Okay. The waiting game is over. All right. This is moving forward. All right. So we're going to just take it from there. It's like you have been either patiently kind of waiting for this person to, show up and kind of start acting like they're in a relationship, or making up their mind that this is what they want also. And you've been patient, you've been understanding, and I think that time's up, and I feel like the waiting game is over. So that sounds like good news to some of you. Let's see what the emotions are. You are the one I've been looking for, and you complete me. Maybe they've realized that, you really are the one. You really are the one. I know that this is a once in a lifetime love, and no one will ever compare to you. So, sometimes you meet the person and you don't want to look for anybody else, right? You don't want to be searching for another person. You just decide that this is the person that I want to be with. And I think your person has gotten to that. I think that the waiting is over. Maybe they've been, delaying it for some reason. I want a new beginning with you. So they're ready to start. They're ready to get this going, but probably on a more committed level. So an example may be that you've been dating kind of on and off. You don't really know where it's going to go. You really are into this person, but and then all of a sudden they wake up one day and realize hey, if I don't take this to the next level and turn this into a real thing, I might be losing the best thing that's ever been put in front of me. So it may transition from a stage that we're in now to something a little bit more deep and a little bit more serious. Our story will be the greatest love story ever told. You'll see. That's nice. You motivate me to be a better person. I wish I was as strong as you. You are my rock, and you've inspired me to change my life. So maybe that waiting was because they had some other things they had to work on. They had some personal things they had to work on. They had some issues or some thoughts, other emotions that they had to work through. And now they're at a better stage. They're in a better place. And the waiting game is over. I love that. The end of a cycle. They've completed something. Okay. And now they're ready to move into this next phase of their life. Look for 999. I like that. For every ending, there's a new beginning. So maybe they had to, they had some unresolved anything. It could be feelings for somebody. It could be they just had promised themselves they were going to be single for X period of time, and they weren't expecting to meet somebody, like you. And this happened faster than they thought it was going to be, or you came into their life when they weren't expecting it. Sometimes we start cycles when, they're ready to start, of course, but he or she had to complete something else in order for them to say, I'm really ready to take this to the next level. Children. Kids could be involved. Okay. Some of you have children. Maybe there's a divorce involved, or maybe they wanted some space between a divorce or a separation and starting something new with somebody else, or jumping into something because I don't want the kids to fall in love with you until I know what my feelings are. That happens in adult relationships, right? So there could be some children involved in this connection on either side. Boundaries. holding back. Maybe they were blocking or cutting you off or cutting off, putting a lot of boundaries around this. Like, I'm going to set the rules. And if you want to be with me, this is going to be the rules. But I kind of feel like some of that is being lifted. And I think that that was a defense mechanism in the beginning. I don't think that they're going to hold those boundaries so tight as they did in the beginning. I think they just didn't want anybody to take advantage of them or take advantage of them when they felt quote unquote vulnerable, something like that. Chemistry. They can't deny the magnetic attraction, the desire and the passion. It's too hard to walk away from this connection. Okay. So when you say, you know what, I want a new beginning with you, right? I want a new beginning with you. Where's my card? I'm making a mess here. I'm completing a cycle and I want a new beginning with you, right? Maybe it was chemistry that got us here, but that's not going to be the only thing that holds us here, right? It's going to be that there's so many other things. I mean, a lot of people you could have chemistry with, but not everybody you want to share your life with, or it turns into going into the next level. So I think that the chemistry was the introduction. Like, we can't deny that we're totally into each other, but I think that there's going to be something so much more here. There's a surprise. Beautiful. Okay, so they're saying unexpected romance, meeting somebody new, or a blast from the past. I think the surprise is this person's ready to level up. This person's ready to take it to the next level. Okay, either they're going to say to you, you're right, you know what, this is a great thing. I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to screw this up. I'm sorry that I've been kind of holding out on you somehow. But I think that they're ready to kind of give you some good news that let's move this thing forward. Either, be exclusive and see where we go, or finally, make some kind of commitment to you that they only want to be with you, and they're ready to move forward. So I think that's really what's going on. I have a 4 of Swords. The sense of the battle is over, right? Look at, and even these lovers are resting. So this battle is over. Maybe it's something that we've been struggling with. We're just kind of we've taken a break. We've rested. We are together, and I don't know, we're no longer fighting what is meant to be. Sometimes people fight it. I don't know why. I don't know why people fight love, but people get scared, they get vulnerable. Or Princess of Cups. It's just this endearing love is how that came into me. This endearing love for you. That's gorgeous. And then I have a Queen of Cups. Yeah, I mean, you're their princess, you're their queen, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. They've fallen in love with you. Okay. They're just falling in love with everything aspect about you. It's almost the sense of like, I'm in love with like the little girl inside of you that makes me laugh and, makes me smile and chuckle and all the little things that you do. And then I'm in love with this mature, beautiful, feminine energy of this queen of, it's a long lasting love. You know what you're doing. You're not out to hurt anybody. So I just feel like they love, like all parts of you, so that is gorgeous. Spirit, what else do you have for my Sagittarius? I have a Princess of Coin. I feel more content. I feel more secure. I think this person's going to say something that is going to make you feel like, I don't know, takes a weight off your shoulder of wondering where do we go next or what's going to happen next. And look at this beautiful triumph. Look at in my arms, right? In my arms, I'm ready to start, and here's this beautiful, world card. But it's the sense of the new beginning, right? It's the sense of, as long as I have you in my arms, we could have it all. So whatever's going on with the two of you, it is the sense of taking it to the next level and starting this new cycle. And it could be a new cycle for both of you. I'm assuming it is. And I just want to hold you in my arms, sometimes that's all it takes. you feel that person, you hug that person, they hold you, and you're like, yeah, I don't ever want to leave this. I want to be here forever, right? So I don't know. Since the moment I held you is kind of how I feel. Let's see what their feelings are. I feel like I've been missing you my whole life. That's beautiful. You're what I can't live without and I can't get enough of. So they're realizing that you're it. They're realizing you're the one. I became with you and it scared me. So maybe that's the hesitation that I felt earlier, that, we've been kind of waiting for this person to step to the plate. And what did we say? It was a waiting game, right? Spirit said it was a waiting game. I can't get you out of my head. Now that I've kind of made up my mind, no one has ever believed in me the way that you do. And that goes back to that Queen of Cups feeling, because that beautiful, mature, feminine energy says, I love you for so many reasons, and I will be by your side, and I love myself, and I know what I want, and I will be there for you. That queen is very in control of her own emotions. So you know what you want. And if you feel like this is somebody that you believe in and you trust, and it has been just a matter of time for them to, kind of come towards you, then the time is right. You're incredibly sexy. So we have a beautiful chemistry, no doubt in my mind. You could turn me on with just a touch. You feed my soul in ways that no one else can. Yeah. So, here's this, and that's what it's all about. I mean, it's not everybody touches our soul, right? I mean, we meet a lot of people in our lifetimes. We meet and have feelings for a lot of different people in our lifetimes, but not everybody touches our soul. Not everybody is, when I hold you in my arms, I just can't imagine my life without you, right? So I love this. You feed my soul in ways that no one else can. That kind of says it all, doesn't it? So you found, I'm going to say this is a soulmate connection that we've been both waiting to realize that this is a soul connection. And now we're appreciating it. And now I think our person is saying, I no longer want to wait and I want to move this forward. So this connection is moving forward into a loving, committed relationship. So we're going to put this out into the universe. How gorgeous. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you're new to my channel and you appreciated these messages, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you for all my returning Sagittarius. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, I will put my website below, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com.